4. Always. Wendy's like, oh, what did I sign up for? It's not the same as Katie Shifkin's core. Her core is super intense. Anything else? So, I was looking back through old photos because my phone was telling me I was out of space. I take a lot of videos at concerts and it was like, delete things. And I found this really awesome picture that Anna Forrest posted like 8 years ago. And it was this, and I would read it to you, but my phone is already, recording Facebook Live, so I'm not going to read it. But essentially what it said was, be as strong and sexy and beautiful as you possibly want, and enjoy that. Enjoy being your exact self, who you are. And I've loved seeing that this year with going to a bunch of concerts and seeing people being exactly who they are. Like, they wear the craziest outfits I've ever seen, and everyone just seems so confident in who they are. So I want to just kind of work with that today and bring that forward in our yoga practice. If that means you want to switch up the pose because it doesn't feel quite right and you want to play something different with your body, or modify a pose or change it up, go for it. It's your practice. I really want you to experience it exactly how you are. So that's the goal of today, is just experiencing exactly what you want. So find a comfortable seat here on your mat. Close your eyes and do a little rocking side to side, forward and back. Really feeling for that place of equilibrium where you can settle into your seat. And when you've found that place where you can rest with at least some ease, then start to focus on the breath. So really drawing the breath in, using the muscles of the back of your throat, filling yourself up as much as you possibly can. And then noticing that short pause at the top of the inhale as you reach fullness. Mirroring that with the long, slow exhale, emptying yourself out. Getting into the rhythm of your breath. Without judgment, just notice what's bubbling up for you this morning. Maybe the breath feels really free and expansive. Just noticing. Perhaps it feels constricted, stopped. Just being aware of what's present there. And then start to weave in this intention of embracing you. Just noticing how that sits with yourself. Maybe it's exciting. Perhaps there's a resistance, and that's okay as well, just noticing. Keep your breath going. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. And keep your eyes closed. We'll move into this pranayama. What we'll do is we'll inhale for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale for a count of 8. So we'll do the first 2 rounds together, and then you'll be on your own for 2 more rounds. So empty all the air out. Deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold full for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale 8. Do 2 more rounds at your own count. Once you've completed that 4th total round, come back to that Ujjayi breath, that whisper breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And just start to move here in your seat. So embracing that idea of being exactly yourself in this moment. Keep your eyes closed and move in any way that feels freeing, feels good to your body, maybe experimenting and seeing, does that feel good or does this feel good? And just take a few breaths, just moving, playing. Keeping that Ujjayi breath strong so you're supporting yourself as you move. About 3 more breaths. As you feel ready, we'll bring this forward, so rocking onto hands and knees. And just continue that simple flow here. So the inhale, perhaps you can work with a basic cat-cow, lifting the heart. Exhale, drawing navel to spine, rounding to the back body. And perhaps circling your hips, really anything that feels good, maybe rolling through a modified vinyasa. Discovering your body this morning. Over the next breath or 3, make your way back to our first downward facing dog of the practice. So you'll simply curl the toes under, extending the hips up and back. And then weave in that movement here if it feels good. You can walk your dog, as John would call it. Maybe shifting the weight forward and back. Really, there's no right way to do this here. It's just playing around, experimenting with your body. You shake your head a little bit, yes and no. Open and close your jaw. Starting to release some of that tension that habitually gets stuck in our bodies. Taking about 3 more deep breaths here. And exhale, slowly lower your knees down to the earth. Move into a child's pose or puppy pose. So something that's comfortable for your body, grounding yourself. Rooting into the earth and just feeling the ground support you. taking about 2 more breaths. Spread that breath into your kidneys, your low back. Then inhale, roll your way up, back to hands and knees. Cross your ankles and come all the way down onto your back with your prop nearby. You don't need it quite yet, but you'll need it in a moment. All right, come on down. So basic elbow to knee to start. You're going to interlace the hands back behind your head and then switch your fingers over so you're clasping in the non-habitual way, and it may feel a little bit weird. That's the goal. Take a huge breath, spread it into the back body. On your exhale, lift head and shoulders, and then relax your head into your hands. Awesome. Take a deep breath. Hold that breath in, curl tailbone up so the knees reach higher to the sky. On your exhale, shift elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right leg forward at a 45-degree angle. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, come back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Extend through the left foot. Spread your toes wide. Draw belly down. Inhale, come back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach strongly through your right foot. Spread your toes. Draw belly down. Inhale to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale. Keep shoulder blades lifted. Extend the left leg forward. Elbows towards right thigh. Hold belly down. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach through the right leg. Pull belly down this time. Tuck a little more. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward through the left foot. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale back to center and release. Walk your feet about mat width apart. Extend your arms out to your sides, either in goalposts or like a T formation. And on your exhale, we'll do a little butterfly on the rock, also known as windshield wipers. Lower your knees to one side. Inhale, bring legs back through center. Exhale, over to the other side. And if it feels particularly delicious on one side, stay for an extra few breaths. So just get a rhythm here, going back and forth with your legs, feeling this mobility in the low back and the hips. Just a few more breaths here. Coming back through center, grab hold of your prop, so you either have a block or a rolled up mat. Place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. Extend the legs straight up to the sky. This is pulling on your low back or hamstrings, bend the knees. Otherwise, keep the legs extended. Reinterlace hands behind your head. We're going to work with basic abs with a roll to start. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze around your prop a little more, pull belly down. Yes, awesome. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up, squeeze a little more, draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a second time, pull belly down. Inhale, relax head and shoulders, moving into 3-part twisting abs. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, torso to center, squeeze. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Inhale, torso to center. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher. Reach legs higher. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. We'll do one more round. Take a huge breath in. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze the prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Inhale to center, squeeze your mat. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, squeeze the prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. And inhale, release it all to the earth. Set your prop aside. And we'll set up for bridge pose. So reaching down with your fingertips, graze the back of your heels. Feet are about hip width apart. On your inhale, peel your spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge. And you're welcome to use a prop here, either keeping that prop in between your thighs for some extra engagement, or you can always place the prop under your hips for support around that lift. Awesome. Really focus on the breath in the front body. Expanding into the belly. Expanding into the chest. And then ask yourself if there's a way to make this pose work better for your body. And then listen to that. Maybe the answer is, nope, this is good. Or maybe it's inch your toes a little bit forward, or activate your feet. Or perhaps it's take a huge breath into your heart, feeling that expansion. So 5 more breaths here. Really lifting. Feeling for the space you're creating here. Opening up all those muscles we just contracted. Awesome. Take one more huge breath in. Tuck tailbone. Slowly lower upper, mid, and lower spine back down to the earth. When your hips touch, release here, either pressing the thighs away or hugging your knees into your chest. If it feels good, if you're hugging the knees in, you can rock it side to side, just massaging out the spine. And rolling over onto your side. Press your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward onto forearms and knees, setting up for dolphin. So those of you familiar with dolphin, pop right into it. You don't have to listen to my spiel here. Otherwise, take an extra moment, set yourself up. So you'll grab hold of opposite upper arm bones with your hands. So that just establishes the distance between your elbows. And then take the forearms, place them back on the mat, parallel to one another, or for extra support, clasp your hands. Let the head hang heavy. Nice, Louise. Inhale, lift up in between the shoulders. Exhale, curl your toes under. Hips extend to the sky for dolphin. Head hangs heavy, but it's not touching the ground. Nice, David. Keep lifting your hips to the sky. Yes, that was an awesome shift. And then really breathe here. So you're feeling the intensity, matching that with your strong breath. Maybe you'll tiptoe the toes in closer. Yes, nice, Wendy. Feeling that strength in your core supporting you. On your inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Spread the toes, reach that leg high, so instead of it creating more challenge in the pose, it creates more lightness because you're really reaching up to that. Exhale, slowly lower the left leg. Inhale, right leg floats up. Get the breath strong to support the intensity. Maybe lift that right leg a little bit higher because you can. Exhale, slowly lower the right foot down. 3 more breaths in dolphin. Remember when we used to do 3-minute dolphins? Crazy talk. On your exhale, ease your knees to the earth, child's pose, embryo, or puppy. Really whatever will allow you to surrender here. Feel the earth hold you. Connect into that fluid, strong breath. Take 2 more breaths here. I'm going to bring rocks around. If you would like assists, put the rock on your mat. I know it's weird, but it's my best solution. As you're ready, make your way up to a downward facing dog. Some of them are kind of weird. All I have. We'll just start to pedal it out here. Connecting into your breath. Remember that intention. On your exhale, slowly bend your knees. Start to walk your feet up to meet your hands, top of your mat, forward fold. So if you'd like assist, place that little rock on your mat, and then I will assist. If you don't want assist, keep the rock to the side of your mat. Inhale, spinal extension, halfway lift. Exhale to fold it back in. We'll do that once more. Inhale, reach back to the sit bones, lengthen forward to the crown of your head. Exhale to fold it in. Rooting down through the feet, rise all the way up, arms sweep overhead, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Lower that left knee to the ground, lift and open through the torso. We're going to stay here for an extra breath, really extending. Soften the shoulders, relax through the face. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank pose. From here, you can go directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. From down dog, exhale, step left foot forward, low lunge. Right knee comes to the earth. Lift and open. Soften the shoulders. Shift deeper into the pose. Beautiful. Exhale, lower your hands to the earth. Forward fold. Stepping forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms sweep overhead. Maybe a little back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Flowing here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Move with your breath. So your breath is more important than my count. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. One breath, one movement. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step to plank. Chaturanga. Always skip this. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Draw in belly in, come all the way up, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep this flow going. Inhale, re-extend. Awesome breathing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank through your vinyasa. Go at your own rhythm. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to standing. Reaching tall, maybe that back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Slow and controlled. Inhale, right foot back lunge. Open it up, maybe turning this more into a crescent shape. Exhale, hands to the earth. Flow through your vinyasa. Exhale to downward facing dog if you're not there already. Inhale, right foot forward. Open it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, connect to your breath. Release your arms by your side so you're in a steady mountain pose. And connect your awareness down into your feet so you feel the texture of the mat beneath your toes. You notice the ground beneath your mat. And then draw that awareness up to the legs, feeling the strength, support. Notice the breath as it rolls through your core, connecting to that sense of self, that sense of power. And all the way up into the heart, chest, feeling that lift. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed. Exhale, sit back to chair pose, Utkatasana. And if you want to do this true forest style, you can lift the toes away from the mat. If you want to do it Bikram style, you can come up onto the tippy toes. Lots of options, which is extra hard on the grass. Take an extra breath here, lift up through the heart. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. And exhale, just fold it in. We'll hang out here for a few breaths in this forward fold. You can interlace your hands and opposite elbows in this ragdoll position. And take out any pressure in the low back, so you may want to bend your knees a little bit. See if you can let the head go a little bit more, yeah. So the neck gets an opportunity to release. Your next inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the mat and just step your way back to plank pose. Hold here. Nice and strong at your core. Awesome. Keep that lift through the hips. That drawing in through center line. You have a choice from here. You can either extend the hips straight up and back, moving into down dog, or as slow as you can, flow through that vinyasa. Nice, Joanne. Lowering slowly, nice, Louise. Pulling shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, scoop the chest through. Gorgeous, Shannon. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Nice, Adam. I don't think I've ever seen anyone lower that slow. That was awesome. We'll all meet up eventually in down dog when Adam finishes his slowest push-up on the planet. That was amazing. Feel the earth beneath your hands. So you're really pressing into the ground here. Fingers spreading wide. And your inhale, slowly extend that left leg up and back. And notice if you've engaged the neck to lift your leg, let your head hang. Yeah, awesome. Fill your spine up with breath. Keep extending the hips, feeling for as much release through the neck as you can. Exhale, slowly hug left knee into chest. Set your foot down softly. Listen carefully. Reach the arms back behind you. Hover above this left thigh. So you're squeezing the thighs together. Lots of energy happening in your leg. Draw shoulder blades back. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms sweep up to the sky. Crescent moon. And at any point, you can bring that right knee down for support. Exhale, bend the elbows, soften through the shoulders. If you'd like to turn this more into a back bend, you can start to lean back, lifting even more through the chest. Imagining almost you have like a string from the sternum up to the sky. Now notice if you're struggling here, how can you take some of that struggle out of the pose? Maybe it's drawing your head down a little bit. Maybe it's really pressing into the earth, feeling that support. Maybe it's your arms are going numb, bring your hands to your hips. Do what feels best to your body. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, float the arms back up. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the ground. Left arm extends up for a spinal twist. Left shoulder hugs spine. Yeah, you may want to use a prop here under that left hand, or right hand rather. Connect into that breath here, opening from fingertips to fingertips. Feel for some ease in your body. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Lower the right knee down to the ground. And then scoot yourself back a little bit. That probably didn't make sense. Scoot the left foot back a little bit. Rise up so that your knees are in about a 90-degree angle. Inhale, extend the right arm up to the sky. Come into a side bend. So left hand onto the thigh. Reach up and over so you start to breathe and create space in this right side body. Yeah. Nice, Melinda. Find that space. And then exhale. Take the right elbow, hook it over the left thigh for a spinal twist. You may want to make a prayer, or rather a fist. That bottom hand, place the left hand on top so you're in this prayer version just without pressure on the wrists. Now if you'd like to go deeper here, you can curl the right toes under, pick up that right knee once again. Use that exhale to twist from your center, to draw your way deeper into the pose without pushing it. Feeling for space even in this left shoulder. Yeah. Breathe all the way up into the chest. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands back down on the mat. Step your way back to plank pose. Your choice, you can move directly into down dog or flow to that vinyasa. You can also add extra push-ups if you're feeling like you need something more today. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg floats slowly up to the sky. Spread your toes, extend that leg up to the sky as if you're trying to lengthen out your spine. I always like to imagine that if I could reach the leg a little bit higher, I'd get taller. So see if you can draw a little more space in between the vertebrae. Working on being taller here. Slow and controlled. Step that right foot through. Keep your hands framing the front foot for a brief moment. And then inhale, reach the arms back behind you, hover above this right thigh. Nice, Louise. Feeling the core strength here. Hug shoulder blades together, inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Settle into your lunge while still keeping that strong integrity through the legs. Exhale, bend the elbows, soften to the shoulders. And if this doesn't feel good to your body, change it up. Yeah, like Melinda's got an awesome, beautiful offering with the arms. Maybe hands on hips, doing whatever suits your body in this moment. Still lifting through the heart so you're getting this soft back bend as well. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, left hand down to the ground. Spinal twist, right arm opens up to the sky. Draw the left shoulder blade onto your back as well so you're not cranking. Yeah. And fill this pose up with your breath. As we hang out here a little bit longer, notice if the breath can guide you deeper into the pose. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Lower the left knee down to the earth. Set up for the shortened lunge. Shorten the lunge, and then extend that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, side bend here. Reach the left arm up and over, expanding into this left side body. Right hand can press into the thighs so that you don't crunch up through the right side body. Still keeping length there as well. Exhale into your twist. Hook that left elbow over the right thigh. Make a fist of the left hand. Right hand presses on top. Come deeper into your twist. Now, if you'd like to go deeper still, you can curl those left toes under. Pick up the left knee. Feel the engagement through the thighs supporting you here. And if this doesn't feel quite right, you can switch up the pose. You can change up your twist. Keep the breath strong. So your breath is that guide that will tell you if you can go deeper, if you need to back out of the pose. Inhale, unwind, place your hands back on the mat. And make your way back to plank. Your choice, vinyasa or direct into down dog. You could also switch your vinyasa up and make up some funky movement or some cat-cows. People think yoga is this scientific practice, but really it was just a bunch of people coming up with poses that felt good to their bodies. So you can make ones up too. Your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. This time bend the left knee, start to open up through the hip. Keep equal pressure in your hands so you're really pressing the ground away. Feeling this twist happen mid-spine. And maybe a nice stretch of that left hip flexor, even the quadricep depending on where you're tight. Inhale, float the left leg back up to the sky. Exhale, step left foot through, warrior two this time. So root down to the right heel. Inhale, windmill your arms up, rising into warrior two. And if you want to do this Forrest style, your gaze is actually neutral. If you want to do it more power style, you can look forward at that left middle finger. Soften the shoulders. Connect into your breath. Eagle warrior two. Take that left arm, wrap it underneath the right. You can get a second hook through the forearms and the hands, go for it. You can also grab hold of the shoulders if you'd like here. Then lift up through the elbows, soften through the shoulders. So you're creating more space in the neck. Perhaps closing your eyes here, direct your breath into the back of your heart. Breathing into the upper rib cage, softening with that exhale. Inhale, unwind the arms, re-extending. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. You can also grab a strap if you have one. You can get some belts from my house if you need one. I thought that was funny. All right. So you're welcome to stay upright here, or you can dive forward, turning this into your ostrich pose. Clasp hands, reach to the sky. If that bothers your shoulders, you can always bring hands to hips, or even release the hands to the ground. So if you want to stay upright and focus more on the shoulders, or you can come down, focusing more on the hips. Listening to what your body needs. Beautiful. Keep letting the head hang so there's a release to the neck and the jaw. You have the clasp, lower it to your sit bones, and then release the hands. That just keeps you from having a slingshot through the arms. On your inhale, use your core, come all the way back up. Straighten out the left leg, re-extend the arms, triangle pose. So you may want to shorten your stance here. Left arm reaches far forward as you can, and then down. Right arm extends up to the sky. So again, if this bothers your shoulders, switch up the pose. Maybe bringing the hand to the right hip. Maybe coming up out of the pose so you're not as deep. So you're listening to your body here. And then really focus on this breath. Finding space from fingertips to fingertips. Expanding into the front and back bodies. I guess body, you don't have multiple back bodies. Exhale, bend the left knee. Windmill your hands all the way down to the mat. Step back to plank. Stay here and go directly to down dog, or lower slowly, chaturanga, holding. Cross shoulder blades back as strong as you can. As you're ready, up dog or cobra, lifting the heart. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Nice, Louise. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up through the hip. Take a huge breath, spread into that right hip flexor, right quad. Notice the space you've created there by just bending the knee. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, slowly step the right foot through, warrior two. Windmill the arms up. And work on this 90-degree angle with that right thigh, feeling the strength of your legs, balancing that by really pressing down to the left foot. Fill this pose up with breath. Moving into Eagle Warrior 2. Take the right arm, wrap it underneath the left. That may be where you stay, or get that second wrap through the palms. Lift the elbows up slightly and then soften the shoulders away from your ears. Direct the breath into the back of your heart. Feeling for that expansion, not the pressure. So you don't want to push, just more of the breath guiding you. release the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, lift up to the heart. Once again, you can stay here or moving into ostrich pose. Exhale, dive forward, come to the inside of that right thigh. If your hands are clasped, feel for reaching them higher to the sky, shoulders and shoulder blades hug towards the spine. Yes, nice, Shannon. Feel for that connection, shoulder blades to spine. Let your head go. Yeah, you can always release the hands, bring them down to the ground as well. Good. Two more breaths here. Exhale, lower the clasp if you have it. Then release your hands. Inhale, press down strongly through your feet. Rise up, re-extend the arms. Straighten out the right leg, triangle pose. You may want to shorten your stance. Reach the right arm forward first and then tip it over. Left arm extends to the sky. I don't know why that always reminds me of the little teapot song. Every time I teach that pose, I think of that song. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. Spread from fingertips to fingertips here. Emphasizing that fluid breath. If you can't find a fluid breath, modify the pose so that you can. Exhale, bend the right knee. Windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Once again, vinyasa or skip it and go directly to down dog. Sometimes vinyasa bugs the crap out of my shoulders or wrists. Listen to if your body has feedback for you. Listen to that before you listen to me. Make your way back to down dog. Exhale, lower your knees to the earth. Take a seat, look up here for a quick moment. So we're going to work with easy bird of paradise and potentially full bird of paradise. So real quick demo, and then I'll show you guys some different options here. So in a warrior two, we'll come into a bird of paradise, maybe clasping hands behind your legs. So if you can clasp your hands behind your leg, you can work with bird of paradise. You'll hop this back foot forward, and then you'll root down through that left foot or whatever foot is not wrapped. Hopefully you don't have a pole in front of your head. Rise up. Maybe you have to hop around a little bit. And then extending the leg to the sky. Now if this is like, a hell no, don't worry about it. From this pose, you will release the clasp, step the back foot forward, rise up, take a hand to big toe pose, or hand to shin pose. So you're gonna find a version that works for you. If it bothers your shoulder, definitely do this version. Now, full bird of paradise is something different. So you'll come into a twist. From here, taking the bind, stepping this foot forward, rising up, extending the leg. Same alternative here, twisting, hand to big toe pose. Any questions with that?
So which, are we doing both?
We're doing both.
Okay.
I'll guide us through it though, so don't worry. Go, just kidding.
I got the first one. Second one on my.
I know. Everyone's always like, what's bird of paradise if that's easy bird of paradise? I'm like, well, we get to do it today. All right, come to downward facing dog. This is all about playing, so it's not about accomplishing anything, because even if you accomplish the pose, you don't even get a gold star. Inhale, slowly extend that left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. If you want to flip your dog here for wild thing, you can, setting that left foot down, reaching the left arm up to the sky. Sometimes it just feels opening. You flipped your dog, flip it back over. Re-extend the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step left foot through, warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Coming into side angle, reach the left arm forward, bring the left forearm to the thigh, right arm reaches overhead. So basic side angle here, root down to the outer edge of the right foot, lengthen the right arm forward. Find space in this right side body. Inhale, reach that right arm straight up to the sky for a heart opener. Start to draw the right shoulder blade back, feeling for space here. Exhale, release the right arm behind you. Now this is where it gets fun. So you can stay here, or maybe come to a bind, bringing the left hand to the ground, or even wrap the left arm behind the left leg, clasping hands behind the thigh. If clasping bothers your shoulders or it's just not happening today, don't worry about it. If you have the bind, draw the right shoulder blade back, lift even more through the heart. Okay, here's the fun experimental part. So if you have the clasp, try to keep it. If you don't have the clasp, don't worry about it. Shift the weight into your left foot. Start to hop that right foot forward. Awesome. Shift the weight into the right foot. You have to just go for it if you have to have the bind. Inhale, rise up. If you don't have the bind, inhale, rise up. Fix your gaze at something that's not moving once you get up.
Sorry.
If getting up isn't going to happen, then stand up on the right leg. Come into hand to big toe. Reach down with the left hand, grab the big toe. Extend the leg out, lift up through the heart. Yes. Awesome. Lift through the heart even more. And then unwind, release the toe. Slowly lower the left leg down to the ground. Nice, Gina. Step the right foot back. Unwind the arms. Frame that left foot with your hands. So we're going to take a break here. Lower the right knee down to the ground. Straighten out the left leg for this half splits pose. Just you can bounce in and out of it if that feels like more of a release. All right, taking that twist again, shift the left foot back, bring your hands up to the left thigh. So you're in this shortened like 90-degree angle lunge. Inhale, right arm extends up to the sky. Exhale, hook the right elbow over the left thigh. We'll do a little twist so I can see you all. All right, this may be where you stay. Or curl the right toes under, pick up that right knee. All right, maybe playing around with the bind here. Hooking the right arm underneath that left leg, clasping hands. If it doesn't happen for you today, don't worry. One side may be easier than the other. On your exhale, hop that right foot forward. Okay, if you don't have the twist bind, don't worry about it. You're in a forward fold. Right hand grabs hold of the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Twisting hand to big toe pose. Nice, Shannon. Extending the left leg forward. So you're going to come up to standing and then stand upright and extend the leg forward. Yes, and then maybe left arm reaches back behind you. Balancing poses are extra hard on grass. I don't envy you all. From here, release, slowly lower that left foot down. Step the right foot back. Make your way back to plank pose. Flow through your version of vinyasa just for a reset. We'll all meet up in down dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale out the mouth. This time make it a sigh, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Lower your knees to the earth. Come back to child's pose or embryo pose just for a few breaths, resetting. Any frustration, any discomfort, put it into the earth, release it here. Maybe take a few more exhales out the mouth for that release. Inhale, roll back up, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Don't think much about it. Stay in the present moment. Inhale, float the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up through the hip. Maybe flip your dog for that wild thing if it feels good. If you flipped your dog, flip it back over. Re-extending the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step right foot through, warrior two. Side angle, bring right forearm down to right thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. Really focus here on pressing down through the outer edge of the left foot and then reaching long through the left hand so this entire left side body breathes. Yes. Coming into a heart opener, reach the left arm straight up to the sky and then draw that shoulder blade back, lifting through the heart. Exhale, loop the left arm behind your back. You can stay here or bring the right hand down towards the ground, maybe coming into that full bind, clasping hands behind the right thigh. If you do have the bind, peel open through the left side of the chest. Yes, that's it. All right, if you have the bind, keep it. If you don't have the bind, release your arms towards the ground. Everybody start to hop that left foot forward to meet the right. Shift the weight into the left foot. If you don't have the bind, reach down and grab hold of the outer edge of the right foot with the hand. On your inhale, press down to the left foot, rise up. Grab hold of the outside of the foot or the big toe. Maybe extend that right leg. Yes, awesome. 2 more breaths. Exhale, slowly lower the right foot back down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Make your way into this lunge so your hands are framing the right foot. Yeah, lower the left knee down to the ground. Straighten out the right leg. Maybe bounce a little bit here. Maybe bouncing is the wrong term. Bending and straightening is probably the better term. Alright, come back to that stopping position. Scoot the right foot back closer to your hips. Inhale, come up into this shortened low lunge. Right hand on the thigh, left arm extends up. Exhale, hook the left elbow over the right thigh for your prayer twist. This may be where you work. Make sure you can still connect into that fluid breath, or perhaps curl the left toes under, pick up the left knee. Maybe come into that bind and just try it out, because most of us have one side that is more flexible than the other. All right, from here, step the left foot forward, whether you have the bind or not. If you don't have the bind, reach down, grab hold of the outer edge of the left foot with the left hand. Sorry, right foot with left hand. Inhale, rise up. Maybe extend the leg out. Take a few more breaths here. Connect into that breath. Awesome, ladies. Nice, Adam. Inhale, unwind. However you'd like, make your way back to plank pose. And flow through one final vinyasa. palm it up and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. On your next exhale, step or float through to a seat and roll all the way down onto your back. Take that morning stretch, reach your arms up overhead, lengthen the legs forward, just this full body stretch here. Your exhale, hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around the shins. Maybe a little rocking side to side here. Coming into a reclined pigeon, also known as back release pose. Hook the left ankle over the right thigh. Your right foot can come down to the ground here. Or keep that right foot lifted. Draw the right leg closer into your chest as you press the left knee away. Breathing into this stretch. Perhaps closing your eyes so your awareness, your attention is more inward.